Hi, my name's Carl Benson from the Suffolk Latch company, and today we're going to be talking about our Rim Locks Reversible. Now, from the outset, I'd love to give you a very simple question like yes or no, but of course the question is, or the answer is, all depends. So we're going to start off by looking at sort of two distinct styles of rim lock, the classic box lock, and then the sort of slightly more modern rim locks, which are in effect reversible to a degree. And then we're going to also look at what we currently have nowadays with most locks, which are your Sash locks. So as a starter, should we jump in and look at these box locks? So here we have on our website a classic box lock. Now what you will notice here is that in this particular case here we've got a left and a right hand lock here. So this lock would face onto the door, and in this particular case, you'll be hinged on the right-hand side and the door will be opening on the left-hand side. And the answer to the question here is this could not work on the other side of the door. It could do technically. You'd have to in effect turn the lock upside down. It would look frankly a bit weird. So that's why we have, with these particular locks, we have left and right-hand opening. So on our website itself, we've got a little thing called a handling guide, and I'll now talk you through that. So looking at this PDF here, we've got a bit of a guide here on choosing the right kind of lock, and this is quite crucial. They're expensive, it's time consuming, and we don't want to get the wrong locks delivered to us. So we're making the assumption initially that these doors are opening towards you, not opening away from you, and you're stood in front of the doors to make your decision where you want right or left hand one. So onto the left hand one, the situation we got there is the door is opening towards you, it's hinged on the left hand side, and the rim lock is on your right hand side. It sounds quite counterintuitive, and I didn't actually invent this, but that's just the way it is. So that's how you'll choose your left hand rim lock. And sort of on the other side, the right hand one, again, you're stood in front of the door opens towards you, it's hinged on the right hand side, you're going to have a right handed rim lock. That's how you choose that. Okay, let's move on to the other type. So this next one we've got here is what we call our classic rim lock. It's been around for, this design and pattern's been around for literally years and years and years. Now, the way they've got around it is actually quite clever. Whereas on the big classic box locks there, you had a traditional keyhole entry where you had the round at the top and it's sort of square at the bottom. What we've done here in effect is with the escutcheon, they've got obviously the opening for the key, and you've got a round at the top and a round at the bottom, and the key will work either upside down or the right way around. So in effect, what actually happens is you can have it on one side like that, and when you turn it over, it doesn't look weird. So it's, again, reversible as in right and left hand side. Now people do ask the question sometimes, well, can I have it on the other side of the door? Now bearing in mind we're saying that the rim lock is designed traditionally to be working on one side of the door where the door opens towards you, i.e. the flush side. It doesn't work on the other side. You can do that, and I have done it in the past, but it's quite a lot of work. So this particular lock here, you do have the ability to grab that and turn it so it works the other way. There will be situations where will that be required, and that will be essential, or should we say desirable, but it really isn't a great way because you're going to have to do quite a lot of chopping around, and in effect this wouldn't work very nicely with the receiver. This would be like a receiver the other side. In effect, you have to turn the knob to allow the door to go in. It's not a great solution. Personally, if you can get away with it, I would always go for the traditional thing, and I'll say it again, you're in front of the door is flush with you, it's opening towards you, and it's either going to go left or right hand sides. I think when you try and get a little bit clever, it becomes a bit problematic. The next one we're going to look at here, this isn't really what we call a rim lock, it's what we call I call it a bathroom lock with snib or a privacy lock, and the whole idea behind this is that there is no keyhole. It's going to be used on a bathroom or a bedroom to keep it private. Again, the same rules apply. It has to be on the side of the door that opens towards you. So if your bathroom door, for example, opened away from you, it's just not going to be workable. And in this particular case, these little catches here do not reverse round. So again, it has to be on a door open towards you. And the way it locks is simply has a little snip here if you push out, and that's your privacy part. But again, because of the way it's designed, it looks fine that way, and it looks fine that way. So it can go left or right, but it really can't go the other side. Some of the confusion, especially nowadays, with regards to rim locks and why can't they go left, right, and backwards and forwards and everything else, is because for a long time now we've been used to this kind of locking mechanism, and this is what we call a sash lock, and this body part here will actually fit inside the body of the door, so it won't be seen. So all you really see is this faceplate here and these two catches. And of course the idea of that is great because it's going centrally in the door and the handles go either side. It can go left, it can go right, and with every lock out there you can turn this one round so you can have it up the correct orientation as well. So really we have to understand that what we use nowadays is incredibly versatile. It can work in every orientation. When it comes to working with rim locks, they come from a different time under different specifications. We must tailor our expectations for what they can and can't do. Anyway, I hope you found this video intuitive. I would love to have given you a straight answer, but there's always going to be more questions than answers. I would say in conclusion, you must do your research. And with us in particular, we pride ourselves on being on the end of the phone. You can drop us a message, give us a call, tell us what your situation is, even send us a photograph, even a little video of what you're doing, and we'll help you out with that process. Again, it's no one's fault. You know, where people installing a rim lock, you might install one or two in your life, so you're never going to be an expert. So in conclusion, do your homework. If you have any questions at all, give us a call and we'll help you out with your journey. Thanks for watching.